I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of proof.
Order.
If I'm going down,
Order in
I'm
the
taking a
court.
whole lot
I
of
said
people with
order
me.
in the court.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
To this day.
Nino Brown Boxing, I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So the PBC announces the rematch of Julian J-Rock Williams versus Jarrett Hurd. Hey man, if you already know anything about Nino Brown Boxing, you know I'm a huge Jarrett Hurd fan. That's my guy. Win, lose, or draw. Now, with this fight being announced for December 14th, guys, we're still in the first week of August. This is definitely an early announcement. I saw Fred, shout out to Fred from Barbershop Conversations. I saw his video talking about the strategic moves from Al Heyman and basically taking that December 14th date away from Eddie Hearn. It just doesn't make sense for the Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua rematch to compete with Jarrett Hurd and J-Rock's rematch. But that's not my, that's not the position that I'm taking on this video. I simply want to have just a brief discussion on this rematch as a whole. And I've noticed different things about Jarrett Hurd. Obviously, we understand Julian J-Rock Williams. He's the champ, unified champion. And a lot of people are saying J-Rock is going to win. Now, I'm not making it seem like, oh, that's completely false. Absolutely not. J-Rock already whooped Jarrett Hurd's ass. And it can definitely happen again. My whole thing is, a lot of people are underestimating Jarrett Hurd's abilities because people always say, Jarrett Hurd need to make this change. Jarrett Hurd needs to make that change. Jarrett Hurd, it's not that he has a new trainer. It's not enough time for him to make these changes. So I decided to go back. I went back. I watched the J-Rock fight. I watched the Erslan Lara fight. I watched the Tony Harrison fight. But then I went back even further and watched fights from earlier in Jarrett Hurd's career. And I've noticed, Jarrett Hurd has been improving when it comes to his defense. But it's been a gradual improvement. And with that being said, every time that he faced an opponent that was a superior boxer to him, they all had different styles. We know the top boxers that he's faced with boxing ability has been Tony Harrison, Austin Trout, Erslan Lara, and Julian J-Rock Williams. All technically sound guys, all very different fighters. You got they throw some southpaws in there, some orthodox fighters. It's very mixed up. And Jarrett Hurd, I was watching some points in an Erslan Lara fight. Jarrett Hurd has definitely been working on his head movement, and he's slowly getting better. Now, the only thing that's to me is great about, the situation sucks that Jarrett Hurd lost, for me, a Jarrett Hurd fan. But the great thing about this whole situation is Jarrett Hurd has his first rematch of his career. Jarrett Hurd has clearly been honing his skills, and Jarrett Hurd has an opportunity to use what he learned in his first fight, just from a technical perspective, and build on that. Now, we all know Jarrett Hurd has the physical abilities, and he also needs to stay a lot more in tune with his conditioning. Jarrett Hurd, he went on vacation as soon as he lost. And Jarrett Hurd has been training since July. I've seen Jarrett Hurd in between fights where he balloons up in weight, and I'm noticing him now. I go to his Instagram, I watch different clips. Jarrett Hurd weight is a lot lower for August, so that's September, October, November, 4 months out from the fight. His weight is a lot lower than I've seen in previous fights. And J-Rock, he's coming off of surgery. I know he's going to have to have through a little bit of rehab. It's going to be a great fight. I'm not going to downplay Jarrett Hurd. I'm not going to downplay J-Rock. It's two guys at 154. They're going to clash in a rematch, and it's going to be fireworks. Now, it's just different things that a lot of people seem not to want to give credit for when it came to Jarrett Hurd. When Jarrett Hurd unified with Erslan Lara, Jarrett Hurd was the first unified champion at 154 in 18 years. So all I'm going to say is Jarrett Hurd's done something special. And some people may not think of it as a big deal. And one thing I want to say, if anybody's thinking, oh, Erislandy Lara was unified, absolutely not. Erislandy Lara had a WBA and an IBL belts. IBL is not a major belt. But plenty of guys at 154 had an opportunity to unify prior to Jarrett Hurd unifying and prior to Jarrett Hurd even getting his IBF strap. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Julian J. Rock Williams, he did something that hasn't been done in a much longer time. He beat a unified champion at 154 pounds. So it's probably going to be fireworks, guys. I'm really excited for it. And I just hope Jarrett Hurd continues to stay as focused as he is. You know, continue to build on the skill set that he's been building on in these past few fights. And even though he lost the first fight against Julian J. Rock Williams, use your experience from that fight and game plan accordingly and make the necessary adjustments. I think Jarrett Hurd can pull it off. I think Jarrett Hurd can get a victory. I think this fight should be a trilogy. And the fact that it's being held in Brooklyn, Barclays, it's very accessible for the people in Philly, very accessible for the folks in DMV. And it's going to be a good showdown. And on top of that, just to, put a cherry on top of the situation, my guys fight eliminates a date that Eddie Hearn can take. So it's just all greatness all around. So shout out to Jarrett Hurd, shout out to Julian J. Rock Williams, and shout out to the LDBC. This is Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm out.